Hey everybody, it's Richard from my Salon Coaching. How you going? I'm going to share something with you salon owners today, and hopefully you can get some sort of message what I'm going to try and talk about. So we're going to talk about, excuse me, how to attract clients and why it's so important that you have the power to attract clients at the snap of your fingers, and why it's so important when you attract them to keep them. What I want to know first of all is this big question that you all should know by now. Whoops. What is a client worth? What is she worth to you? What is this client that comes in? Is it worth $1,000? Is it worth £500? Is it worth $2,000? What is a client worth? Because once you know what a client's worth, all you need to work out is how much effort you're going to put in to attract that client, because that's really important to you. Like I said the other day, for me, one client in my salon equals roughly about $2,000. So all I've got to do is go out there and find, if I can, 50 clients. I mean, that's worth 100 grand to me. I mean, when you think about it, it's very basic stuff, but we forget about the basics because we get so caught up with what we have to do. So why is it so important that you are in control of attracting clients? Okay, how good are you at growing your salon? That's what it'll tell you. How good are you at getting your salon from here to your dream? Are you just turning up all day and like working on a treadmill, or are you actually driving yourself and getting somewhere? Keeping. How well is your team doing? If you track how many of these new clients that you're attracting to your salon actually comes and stays in your salon, you will know how good your team is. If you know how to attract clients, you'll be attracting the right type of client, which means you don't have to keep specials and price cuts and anything else to try and attract this client. So if you know how to attract the right type of client that's going to your salon, there's a good chance you're going to keep them, which means that there's a good chance that they're going to be worth more to you, that one client. Instead of that one client coming once and never coming back again, and she's only worth $100 or $200, now they can be worth $1,000 or $2,000. So you attract the right client who you know comes to your salon because they're going to love you. It tells you how good your systems are. Now, if you went to a restaurant and you had a nice chicken dinner, for example, and the food was impeccable because your staff are going to be well trained, we've got that down pat. But the fact that it took an hour to come out, there was an hour's gap between the entree and the main, the dessert was beautiful, but it was just cold. It just took too long. The wait staff just threw it down at the table. Now, the food itself is pretty good, like your salon. You know, your hairdressing or your beauty work could be absolutely impeccable. But if the service is poor, I'm not going back to that restaurant, and I don't think you would, and your clients won't come back to you. So you'll know how good your systems are. If you're attracting the right client and you know that client's for your salon, but they're not staying, then there has to be a problem with your service, your systems that are in there, not the client that comes in. Because many times I speak to people and they'll go to me, "Oh, we just got a lot of bunch of people being sticky beaky. They're just really, tire kickers." But if you're attracting the right client and you're not holding them, then the problem is your systems are wrong, which means your staff really aren't doing their job right. If you attract the right client and you know how to do that, you give your team a chance to shine. Many people want to work at different salons, but imagine working at a salon where you know every day the clients are beautiful and lovely and you can't wait to see them. That's what you're going to give your staff, which means you give them a chance to really perform well. The facts about this is that you will know exactly what percentage of people that think your salon is good, if they stay, and you know this percentage, let's say it's 40% or 50%, you will know how good your salon is, which means you've now got a benchmark to work from, which means that if you're only holding 40%, 60 people do not like your salon. 60 people who come to your salon out of 100 don't agree with what you agree with. But if you know you're attracting the right client, then you have a problem in your salon. If you attract the right client and you have the power to do that, it lets you know that your branding is correct. It means that the story you're telling to the outside world is proper. It means that people actually believe your story and they believe you're good. And the facts, if you can keep your clients and they're rebooking, that says so much more about your salon. It says that yes, we've come to the right salon and we like it here and we really enjoyed it and we're going to come back. In fact, we're going to rebook. That's how, add them figures together. If your retention rate is high, your rebooking's high, you know that you have got the right clients coming to your salon and you are going to storm it. Attracting the right clients, if you know what they want, you can build your salon around it. If you've got a certain client that you're trying to aim for and you know you can attract them, you can build everything they want. So when they walk into that salon, it feels like home. The music's right. Everything's exactly what it's supposed to be because you're building the salon around them. You know how to do it. If you keep your clients, you know you're consistent even on your worst day. We all have bad days. I've been to work having a cold. My staff have been to work and they're not too good. They fell out with their boyfriends or girlfriends. It just means if your retention stays the same no matter what, it means that you're consistently well. Your systems are well. They perform even on their worst days. Attracting clients, you cannot grow your salon without them. If you do not know how to attract clients at a time when you want to attract them, you can never grow your salon. Your salon can grow, of course, but you can never grow your salon. It's just happening. But then, of course, if it happens to grow, it can happen to decline, and you don't know how to turn it on or turn it off. So if you know how to attract clients, you can grow your salon. If you do not know how to attract clients and it's just happening because you've got good staff, but your staff are going to leave one day. Trust me, if you haven't planned for your staff to leave, it's going to happen. Facts. It reflects your salon culture. If you get to keep these clients, it reflects your culture of your salon because you've got a team of people that all have to have percentages that build up this big percentage, which means if you've got a good retention rate, your salon culture is good. You know what you're doing as well. If you can attract the right clients, it makes all the new clients that come to the salon and not to the staff. Which means that if a staff member leaves, these clients came because of your salon, which means you've got a good chance that they're going to stay. And the fact that you're not going to be the only one as a salon owner to be busy. Because really what you want is you want your staff to be busy and you not. Facts. If you're keeping clients, it lets you know that you're a good leader. It tells you that you're doing a good job. I don't know what other measurements there are to say that you're doing a good job. Staff might stay a long time, that's a good indication. But you know what? If you have a retention rate, it means the clients come to your salon. If you attracted the right client, of course, they come to your salon and they love it, which means that you, as a leader, have built this up for them. And it means that if your retention rate's high, it means that your salon is doing well. What you're telling people you're doing, you're walking the walk. You've got staff that love to be there because your salon culture's high. It's the best way to do this. So if you can master attracting the right client, because this is the importance, this you work on at the same time, your salon will grow and it'll grow fast. If you don't attract the right client, by the way, and you just literally attract any client, it's very hard that you can get good measurements on this side to really know how well you're doing. They go hand in hand. They're the two sides of the same coin. You've got to attract the right clients to know if your retention rate's good. If your retention rate is low, you might be attracting the wrong client. So work on attracting the right client. Who are they? Where do they hang out? How can I find them? These are the things you need to know. Because if you are attracting the right client and they're coming in, you then work on keeping them and your salon is going to grow. And you won't need many clients before you start hitting these big numbers. And of course, the whole point of this is the dream at the end. I know when I started my salon, my dream was just to open a salon and just earn some money. But as you've been there for a few years, you sort of mature a little bit and you actually realize that this salon can give you the house that you want. It can give you the car that you want. It can actually give you the freedom that you want. So when you get to that stage, I don't know what stage you're at, but to me, I wish I knew this years ago, how I could attract the right client when I wanted to, because I could just grow. For example, one client, and indirectly we're going to get one senior stylist should take you anything up to about 100, 150, 200,000 a year. That's what they should do. But of course, you need clients for that. So know how to attract them, know how to keep them. This fact, we'll call it, is how good you are at doing this. Hope you enjoyed the video. It's a little bit bluggy today, wasn't it? It's a little bit like that today. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the facts came across really well. Have a cracking day.